I'm gonna tell you a story. At first, it's gonna sound ridiculous. But the longer I talk,
We have to find the keys.
the more rational it's going to appear.
I can't believe you found coffee.
Sugar, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. 3. You like 3.
How many times have we been here? How many times?
For me, it's been an eternity.
What's up, film fans? Epic Film Guys here, hot on the heels of seeing an early screening of Edge of Tomorrow last night. And we have a lot to say about this movie. Nick, we'll start right in with you. Why don't you give us an idea on what Edge of Tomorrow is about?
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow, it's quasi-futuristic sci-fi thriller. Tom Cruise, of course, Emily Blunt, Brendan Gleeson. Nice to see he's still getting work after Harry Potter. Basically, Cruise stars as a major in the U.S. Army. And the world is kind of in this big war against these aliens called mimics, and he gets this power from the aliens where he can relive a day over and over again. Think Groundhog Day meets Saving Private Ryan in a way. Essentially, he has the power to relive this day over and over again in order to try to find a way to defeat the alien.
I really enjoyed it. There was a lot to like about this movie. You know, in a world that we deal with cinematically right now in the theater, we get a lot of reboots, a lot of sequels, a lot of remakes. Now, we know Tom Cruise kind of does the same thing in mostly everything he does, but here he's a little bit slightly in a different realm, in my opinion at least. He was in Oblivion last year, which in my opinion was a sleeper hit. Pretty good movie. But this movie, he does his own thing a little bit slightly differently. The whole Groundhog Day comparison, very much so. A lot of people kind of compared this to what Elysium looked like last summer. This is miles ahead.
Can't even understand that comparison.
Miles ahead of Elysium, in my opinion. It puts you into a world, it just throws you right into it. There's really no extra added explanation of anything. There's nothing wasted here. The pacing of the movie is fantastic. It shoots you right into the world where we're in a war with, like he said, alien creatures, which they're called mimics. And we're in a constant battle with them. So it jumps right into that war, and very enjoyable, mind you. When we wake up in Tom Cruise's character's day, every single day, the same day, they do it in a very entertaining fashion. Even if it's the same day over and over again, it gives you little things here and there that makes it slightly different. It makes it enjoyable. I really didn't have much to dislike about the movie up until the ending, which was, as we agreed upon, pretty standard Hollywood fare, but we expected that from a Tom Cruise movie. Overall, though, I really enjoyed the movie. What did you think, Nick?
I feel pretty much the same way you did, with reservations. I really thought the final act was way too predictable. They set it up very early in the film to where as soon as you see the scene early in the film, you're like, oh, yeah, this is exactly how they're going to end the film. And true to form it is. It's very Hollywood progression in terms of story. No real surprises or anything there. Creature design, I thought, was great.
Oh yeah, production design.
The action,
fantastic.
and I wanted to touch on the action. We talked about it before.
Yeah.
A lot of allusions to World War II and World War II films. Dropships flying over the White Cliffs of Dover. Battleships and carriers and the dropships flying over the beaches of France. And then the frenetic, handheld camera action that Spielberg pioneered in films like Saving Private Ryan. Puts you right on the beach with all the soldiers in this cool battle armor. There's stuff exploding everywhere. There's stuff flying everywhere. Crazy action all over the place. Really, really, really well done. It's PG-13, so it's not gory in the same realm of a Saving Private Ryan, but it wouldn't really have fit if it was either.
It was very intense in my opinion. All the battle scenes felt awesome. Very well shot. I mean, every moment I was really anticipating the next move.
That was fantastic. And the action in the film, it doesn't miss a beat. It never fails to be a very entertaining film. If you go to the film, at least expect to be entertained. Don't expect to be blown away. I mean, I've seen people calling it like the best thing, ever, We heard that a couple times from people that we talked to at the advanced screening that we saw yesterday. Courtesy of Soundaround, I know you wanted to mention that.
Oh yeah, most certainly. Soundaround brought to you by at our local Regal Binghamton Cinemas. Thanks to them, we actually got to see the movie early. It was a sold-out screening, basically, for free. And again, I thank them for that.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, fantastic action, very entertaining film. I'm just going to throw a rating on it now. For me, this was pretty standard fare, about a 7 out of 10. You know, I can't really bash the film over than the utter predictability of the final act. It took a lot of the steam out of the film for me. It just kind of was like, okay, this was the progression that I expected. So I wasn't wowed by the end of the film by any means, but still very entertaining action film. And certainly one of the best things Cruise has done. And how great was Emily Blunt in the film?
Emily Blunt was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Let alone the fact, we're epic film guys, we're dudes. And she got pretty great shape in the role. I mean, she looked fantastic.
She looked
You'll
insane.
see in one of these slides here, her doing a nice little hardcore plank. She was a pure badass in the movie. I can't say enough that I don't think the movie would have worked as well if Cruise had been up against anyone else in that role.
I wanted to actually, before you go on, talk about that guy right there, Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton!
In the film. Oh, he's so great in the
Genre
film.
great, man. I mean, he almost channeled what he did in Aliens. He's not a big jerk like he is in Aliens, a little wussy, but, I mean, he was a total awesome military guy in this movie. Awesome comic relief. The chemistry between him and Cruise in his scenes are great, but there's that scene, the plank. Yeah, it just went by. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll say about Paxton briefly is the reliving the same day over and over thing, because they had to do it a few times at the beginning to really establish the premise of the film.
Did, yeah.
Paxton is what sells those scenes. Paxton, even if you listen to him deliver the same line 4 or 5 times, you're still laughing the 4th and 5th time.
It's
still
so
great.
hard.
It's fantastic.
It made every one of those scenes perfect to me, and they just play off each other great.
Absolutely.
There's
another great shot of Blunt right there.
Another great thing that harkened back to old movies like Aliens, action, sci-fi adventures was the camaraderie between the military
J-Squad
personnel. J-Squad, that's right. And how they, their different lines to each other and how they interact with each other was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Classic badasses picking on each other. I really enjoyed that. I mean, that's why overall here we have a pretty standard sci-fi action movie, but it does something that we don't see a whole hell of a lot these days in Hollywood. And I really do have to say that I'm very thankful for this. I mean, again, I wasn't wowed overall, but I really enjoyed it, so I'll have to get to my rating now. It's a little bit more giving than what Nick gave. I gave the film,
they always are.
I gave the film an 8.5 out of 10. There wasn't a lot for me to dislike here. I do agree slightly. Now, I know you guys hate when we agree. I know. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there soon. But the ending is predictable Hollywood as it is, which we're not going to get into definite spoilers there. It didn't really, jade me at all in any way. It kind of felt like one solid pace throughout the movie, and I liked all of it. It was really good. There it is, Epic Film Guys, Edge of Tomorrow review, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. Come check us out on our Facebook page, facebook.com/epicfilmguys, and our YouTube page,
which is youtube.com/epicfilmguysny, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Epic Film Guys.
Again, Epic Film Guys here. We are out. Go see Edge of Tomorrow. It's a great, entertaining sci-fi action film, and Tom Cruise was fantastic in it. One of his best he's done in a long time. And who doesn't want to see Emily Blunt all nice and ripped and doing planks, man? For real? Dude, planks. She's like ripped.
She's
badass, and she kills lots of those creatures that are called mimics.
Yes.
Go see it. We love you guys. See you next time.